crafters, Lisa here from Fun Stuff Crafts. So glad you stopped by my channel today. So the holidays are upon us, and for the next 12 days, I'm gonna be releasing a video tutorial on either a Christmas ornament or a Christmas decoration. So wherever you join me in this journey, I'm so glad you stopped by. And please subscribe to my channel, support my channel, and click on the bell, and YouTube should alert you each time I upload a new video. So stay tuned. Let's see where the 12 days of Christmas is taking us this year, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, crafters, let's get going on another project from our 12 days of Christmas. So this time we are going to be working on this cute little tag ornament. Now I picked up a bunch of tags this summer, and to be perfectly honest with you, I can't remember where I grabbed them at, but I have a whole bunch of them in my stash. Now I did look online. You guys can pick these up, and I'll definitely put some links down below on ones that you guys can use. But this is a wooden tag. You could use a paper tag too, but what I've done is I've just covered it with some iron-on fabric. Now, I was over at Joann's the other day, and they had these iron-on fabrics in the clearance section. So I thought, you know what, I love the plaid, so I'm gonna pick it up and I'll figure out what I'm gonna use it for. So came up with this cute idea to do this tag, and then I had some Scrabble pieces on hand. So went ahead and just went through my Scrabble pieces. Believe you me, I don't have every letter, so I had to figure out what I could put on the tags. Came up with love, and then I added a little bow that I had in my stash also. So I want to show you how quick and easy this project goes together. So I'm going to use the tag. I am going to pick out, and I think I'm going to go with the buffalo plaid this time for this one. And if you guys don't have iron-on material available, there is heat bond that you can put on any type of fabric that you have, and you could actually use it to adhere. So what I'm gonna do is, you guys may be able to see, I've got my pressing pad, my portable pressing pad that I did on a Inspiration Friday a couple weeks ago. Absolutely love it because it moves around. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to trim up my material to be close to the same size as my tag. It just makes it a little bit easier when I get ready to iron on the tag. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut two pieces because I like to cover the front and the back of my tag. Now you guys could do just one side, or for that matter, you guys, if you didn't want to do the material, another idea would be just to paint the tag. Get some you know, white or black paint, whatever color you like, or red, and you could actually paint it. I just thought it was really cute using these. Now before I paint it, one of the things that I found that really works nice is I want to have the edges be black, so it kind of blends in with my material. So I'm just taking a Sharpie, and all I'm doing is I'm going around with my Sharpie, and I'm going to color in all the edges. You guys, it doesn't matter if you get it on the tag, because we're going to be covering up the whole tag. But so just go around and cover up the whole tag with your Sharpie. You could also use paint. Now if you guys decide you want to paint your tag instead of doing the material like I'm doing, you would just definitely paint the edges here. So nice and easy way to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way around. It just adds I made one without doing this on the edge, and I just thought it needed that finished look to it. So that's why I went ahead and did this. So here we go. Okay, so I've got it all the way around. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my iron, and I've got it right behind me, and what I'm gonna do is I am going to press the material. Now, like I told you, this is iron-on fabric, right? And so the other thing you guys could do is you could even use some HTV vinyl and do the same thing. But I'm just gonna go ahead and press on, and I wanna make sure I get my whole tag covered. And we're gonna trim it up, so it doesn't matter if it's hanging over at all. I'm just gonna give a good press to it, okay? Then I'm gonna turn it over, and I'm gonna do the other side, okay? Nice and easy here, you guys, okay? So I've got that going. I do have some glue I'm gonna be using too for putting on our Scrabble pieces, okay? So I've got that all pressed on, okay? Press it really nice and good, okay? I am going to move my pressing board. This is why I love my portable pressing board. And below it, I've got my cutting mat, okay? So what I'm gonna do with the cutting mat is I am gonna take my Cricut X-Acto knife and I am going to trim all along the edges, and I'm just gonna use my pressing mat, and I'm just gonna pull away those edges, okay? And you just work it. And one thing I found when I get to, because my tag has got kind of a ruffled top to it, I find when I get to that part, I have to be a little bit more precise with my knife. And just work it, just take your time. And then where I've got these little edges, okay, in my tag, I just find if I feel it with my finger and I can get in where the crease is, and then what I do is just use my knife and cut around, okay? You just gotta work it. Now, if you've got a tag that is just a straight cut, it would definitely make this process easier. I am just using up some of the stuff I had in my stash though. Okay, so I'm just gonna work that, and then I'll show you what the next step is gonna be here in just a second. In some cases, you can even take your scissors and get in there, if that works out better for you. So just a couple different options there that you could do. Okay, just trim it up a little bit. My scissors seem to be working really well for me today. Okay, so I've got my tag all covered. How cute is that just by itself? I absolutely love the buffalo plaid. As you can see, I'm wearing buffalo plaid, so this ornament's gonna match me really nice. So now what I want to do is I want to take my Scrabble pieces, okay? Now I happen to have some Scrabble pieces that I'm gonna be able to do the word snow, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and place them and see how I can lay out the word snow to fit on my ornament. And you can play with whatever direction, however you guys would like to do it. Whoops, tried to show you guys and they were sliding right off. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my camera angle changed a little bit, you guys, so I can show you a closer up view of me putting on these ornament pieces. Okay, so this is a little bit better view for you guys to be able to see me putting the Scrabble pieces on. And so what I like to do is just kind of play and see how it's gonna fit best on my ornament, okay? And that looks about right. So then what I'll do is I'll grab my glue gun, and what I'm gonna do is just put a little dab of glue, and I like to do the first letter and the last letter first, okay? And I'm doing that because that way I can kind of size up where the other pieces should go. Okay, so there I've got my S and my N, and then I can kind of see how is the O and the N gonna fit. Okay. And just play with it. Doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. These are homemade. That's the whole point of us doing this stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and place that other letter in. Okay. You guys don't know how glue guns are. Little glue strings go everywhere. Okay. So I've got my snow on. Okay. Now what I want to do, just like in my first one I did, I want to add this little bow. Okay. So when I picked up these bows at Walmart, they have a little wire piece on them, and I removed that, and I like to use the raffia. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this little plastic piece, and I've got some raffia here, and I am going to tie the raffia around the bow. And then that's going to turn into my tie that I'm going to use on my ornament. Okay. Now the other thing that I found out is these tails are a little bit too long on the bow. So I'm just going to trim them up also. Okay. And then look how cute that's going to be. Now these bows do have the wire in them, so I like to take my finger just to give them a little bit more texture. 3D like look. Okay. Now my tag had a hole in it, so I just need to feel with my finger where that's at. I just take my knife and kind of twist past where it is, and I am just going to pull my raffia right through, and that's what's going to secure my bow in. I'm going to take a little dab of glue also and add to it just to make sure it stays in there really nice. Okay. I'm just going to take a dab from my glue gun right there. And there we go. And then at the top, I am just going to tie a knot with my raffia. And that's what I'm going to use to hang it on the Christmas tree. So how cute is that little ornament? So once again, I can't wait to show you guys what these guys look like on the Christmas tree. And here's a close-up view of our finished product. Thanks so much for joining me on this 12 Days of Christmas journey. Please leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to check out my blog at funstuffcrafts.com for other DIY projects.